2 strikes now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. See this. Striding in once again, Brett Gardner. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And this is swung on and missed as Gardner's a strikeout victim, 1 away. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like 1 run may be enough to win this one. Now the 2-1 pitch is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. The 2-2 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Giancarlo Stanton now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Now the 2-1. Fastball that misses.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. And that certainly represents a career milestone. Hit number 1,000.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. 1,000 isn't a milestone that's going to get everyone talking, but as an individual, you have to feel pretty good about it. He'll definitely be wanting that ball for his trophy case.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Here comes the 1-2 to Hicks. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Evan Gattis now standing in. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Machado has room in foul territory. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100.
Man, I love this right now. He's given it everything he has, given this team depth, allowing the manager to pick some serious matchups when it comes to going to the bullpen there.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Standing in now, Tyler White. Fouled away. The 2-2 is a little bit of a miss. He struck him out. So the Houston lineup turns over, and to the plate, Josh Reddick. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. David Robertson answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. The 3-2 pitch. Just got a piece to the right side. And he's safe. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
The second baseman.
Next up for the Stros, Jose Altuve. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Count even at 2-2. 2-2, here it is. And it's fouled away. Heading out towards shallow right. Torreyes onto the grass. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Astros get a run here courtesy of the solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the Bombers, and Houston's taken a 3-2 lead. A beautiful look there at the downtown aquarium here in Houston as we welcome you back to baseball on MLB Network. Ken Giles comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Ken Giles.
Now the payoff pitch home. A bouncer up the middle. To his left, Correa. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Set and the 1-1 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Swing and a line drive. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Stepping in now, Greg Bird. A ball and 2 strikes.
I got to count 1 and 2.
The 1-2. Fastball down below the knees. Torreyes leads off first with 1 away. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Springer. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, right fielder.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Aaron Judge. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. 2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. The 2-1 home. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first. 3-2 to finish in tonight's game. The Houston Astros came
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the American League East, Brad Peacock had his first victory of the year, helping the Stros best the Yankees 3-2. Luis Severino took the loss in this one despite racking up 12 punch-outs in the effort. He is among the AL leaders in wins. In other Yankees news, the team has completed a trade and have acquired second baseman Starlin Castro from the Miami Marlins. In exchange, Miami receives second baseman Ronald Torreyes, second baseman Danny Espinosa, and second baseman Jace Peterson, according to team reports. Miguel Cabrera had a home run and 3 RBIs as Detroit took care of the Rays 3-2. The Toronto Blue Jays launched 3 home runs as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 4-1. The Angels pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 3-0. The Royals allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Red Sox on the road 8-1. Edwin Encarnacion was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Indians got the win over the Rangers 14-9. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. The Mariners held their opponent to just 2 hits as they dismantled the A's 7-1. The win was their 7th in a row. Rhys Hoskins plated 5 on the day with 2 big flies, leading Philadelphia to victory over the Marlins 9-3. The Washington Nationals swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they sank the visiting Buccos 11-8. The Atlanta Braves smacked 15 team hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 8-4. The Rockies picked up, 19 hits in this one as they crushed the Cubs 13-2. Jimmy Nelson was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Brewers took care of the Reds 10-4. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The Cardinals put together 10 total hits as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 9-1.
MLB Network comes at you from the Space City on a Wednesday night at Minute Maid Park. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. It's going to be fun marveling at 2 of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Here's big Aaron Judge. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do. Work the count and get on base. Here's Brett Gardner now. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Hey, that two-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap?
He'll try again, 1-2. A little bouncer. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Starlin Castro goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Over to Altuve for the force, and that'll be that. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Fouled off. Grounded to short. Gregorius has it. And there's one away. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. What's the key for a home victory tonight, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season. On the ground to the left side. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. The 2-out hit means Carlos Correa will bat this inning.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with the man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Popped him up. Sanchez has a play. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for. Digging in now, Giancarlo Stanton, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. It's up and out of here into the archways.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
Into the box, Didi Gregorius. Pulled softly out toward right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And I want to focus on Jose Altuve. Pound for pound, the best player in big league baseball. A Gold Glove second baseman, he can do it all. 5 tools, the ability to turn a double play with the best of them.
Next for New York, Greg Bird. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Batting ninth, center fielder.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. Head-to-head passed with Dallas Keuchel. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. He also has 1 home run. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Keuchel pauses. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. In there, a base hit. Gregorius rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate, as it's now a 2-0 ball game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Marisnik on the move. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Rounded down the third baseline, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. And here's that one again with Show Track. Great reactions to knock it down with the sliding stop, and almost just as impressive was the throw all the way across to beat the runner. Any way you look at it, a fantastic play. And that's a fair ball, line to the right side. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Striding in for Houston, Evan Gattis. He's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. Gardner will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting 8, designated hitter, Tyler White.
Tyler White will bat next. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Gonzalez at second with 2 down. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Here's Brett Gardner now, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Starlin Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Castro is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting,
ready for another chance, Gary Sanchez. 1-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Heading out towards shallow right. Reddick coming on, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
And this misses for ball 4. The 2nd walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Didi Gregorius. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Keuchel pauses, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Slider up that he gets a call on. The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Another 1-2 delivery. Swing and a little tapper. Sanchez on second. Stanton on at first with 2 down. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Yanks strand up. Here's Jake Marisnick. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started. There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
Riding in once again, Josh Reddick. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Leaves a slider right over the middle.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Popped him up. There to pull it in is Machado, and that's out number 2.
Third baseman, number 2.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And he's going to get to this thing on the run. And here's Manny Machado now as we begin the top of the 4th. The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 2-2 one more time. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Two is a changeup that misses 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic at bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Now the payoff pitch home. Skied into straightaway right. Reddick has a read on it. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 33.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Greg Bird. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Now the 2-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder.
Next for New York, Aaron Hicks. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Marisnick is under it, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Jose Altuve sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Next up for the Stros, Yuli Gurriel. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Gardner going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Here's big Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. Brett Gardner is on deck. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Ready for another shot now. Brett Gardner. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, I know you fight as an offensive player to get in a 3-1 count. What's the tension level on the mound throwing this guy a 3-1 lead?
That's one of the things you don't want to do. You have a game plan when you go into this, and the game plan normally is get ahead with strike 1 and make hitters expand the zone. 3-1, not a good time to throw a fastball.
Bounce to first, and Castro's got himself a base hit.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher. The 1-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
In now, Giancarlo Stanton. Here's a little chopper up the middle, scooped up. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Marwin Gonzalez, and they'll need him to get something going here. Chopped weakly up the first base line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Here it comes. Popped him up. And no one will get this one. The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Stanton has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Digging in for his second at-bat, Evan Gattis. fly down in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Hit in the air down the right field line. Stanton has it in his tracks, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Striding forward now is the DH, Tyler White, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the ledger? You bet he does. 11 in a row set down, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They're down 2-0. Ready once again, Didi Gregorius. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel. The 2-1 home is a fastball that misses. In the on-deck circle is Manny Machado. He'll bat next. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Marisnick is after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 1-1. Hit to short. Correa takes it in. And there's out number 2.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now, and gone. Home run.
Yeah, he was having 0 luck early in the game, striking out twice in 2 at-bats. But it only takes 1 swing to get back in a groove. That was definitely it.
Standing in now, Aaron Hicks. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks.
As a pitcher, you worry about giving up the long ball to the meat of the lineup. But when the 2 guys at the bottom of the lineup torch you, it's really disheartening. These guys have weapons everywhere.
On they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Swing and a line drive, but this is going to get foul. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the sole. Here's Jignick. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Jake Marisnick is retired leading off the bottom of the 6th. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Reddick behind a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Machado over to his right. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail here 4-0. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Digging in, Starlin Castro. Last time through was a base hit. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground is short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Bombers, but they hold a 4-0 lead. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Castro is there for it. 1 out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Here's Carlos Correa now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And that's in there for a called third strike on the split-fingered fastball. 2 away. Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel.
Number 10, Julius Gurriel.
Popped him up. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton will get the first shot when we return. Striding in once again, Giancarlo Stanton. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for out number 1.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into center field, line drive, base hit.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Manny Machado. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit down the third baseline. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Evan Gattis goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Popped him up. Castro is calling for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They're down 4-0. Set to start the 9th now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our MLB Network presentation. Buddy Bashir enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. And a great start to the 9th, as this ought to be extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder close, and just rips the pitch for a two-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Aaron Hicks will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. The 1-2. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Well, I think after that foul away, this pitcher can go almost anywhere he wants. That pitch was way off the plate and off speed. I'm surprised he even offered it that one.
Pitch is popped up. Throw just does beat him to the bag as that was pretty close.
The batter, number 99, designated hitter.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He went down on strikes last time up. Now the 2-1 is a breaking ball that gets him to chase for a strike.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Here now the 2-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
Stepping in now, Brett Gardner. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like that.
And to score, the runner from second.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. Two-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, D-Roll, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate two-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get two. One there on to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Ready for another shot now. Gary Sanchez, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. 2-1, here it is. Down the third baseline.
Bregman has it.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. The Yankees lead it 6-0. Digging in to try it again, Jake Marisnick. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. It's 1-2.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. So the Houston lineup turns over, and to the plate, Josh Reddick. He flew out in his last at-bat. A ball and 2 strikes now.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
Ripped down the line. 1 out, nobody on. And another foul ball. The 1-2. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Last strike now for Houston. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
When you're struggling as a team to put the ball in play, every base hit is welcome, but a double will really help wake everyone up. That's just their 3rd hit of the game, but it's a good one.
Into the box, Jose Altuve. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's a 6-1 game.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Digging in once again, Carlos Correa. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Chad Green will make an appearance here as he is in charge of trying to ring up the final out of the ball game. He brings it in, and the Yankees are back in the win column again as they take game 3 of the series, and the ball game is over. And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. New York took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Masahiro Tanaka.